Hey everybody, the well, I am fat. The fitted hat fool, who also happens to be fat, is back with another award-winning and venomous episode. Today's topic, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, if you've seen some of my earlier episodes, and I hope you have, but if not, go back and review the old library there. Go through the old vaults, catalog, whatever. Anyway, if you have seen some of my old ones, you know I'm a Yankees fan. So you might be thinking, what's he doing with an Arizona Diamondbacks hat on? Since they were rude enough to beat the Yankees in the 2001 World Series. Well, that might not have happened if Andy Pettitte wasn't tipping his pitches. Anyway, the reason I have this hat is because I like the snake on the front of it. This is a kick-ass looking hat. I went into a Ross. I said, $9.99. It's my size. Take my money. I think the Diamondbacks should go with this as their full-time hat. I think now they got that one with the D that makes a snake, or maybe they have the A that has the Diamondback in the middle of it. I'm not quite sure. But I think they should go with this hat. It's a damn good hat if you ask me. And you have it. But if you were to ask me, that's what I would tell you. Now, all that nonsense out of the way, let's get on to the hat. And a bonus view of my bald head. Now on the front of the hat, this was the selling point for me. You got the Diamondback with the ball in its mouth. I like that. Very aggressive. As I said, this should be their full-time hat. Maybe it is, I don't know. I think this is a spring training hat. Anyway, it's black all the way around there, with the cap is red. Or the button, I should say. Over here, I don't know if you can see it. It has the National League logo, so you can barely see it. The bill is red, as is the snake. The underbill is red with a gray sweatband. There you got the 5950 and the 7 5/8, the authentic collection, the new era, and there's the batter man. I don't see the new era flag on the side of this one, so there you go. So yeah, if the Diamondbacks would produce more hats like this with variations on the color scheme, I'd probably buy all of them if I could find them in my size. You never know when you go to Ross what hat you're going to find your size. Some days I go there, I find my size. Some days I go there, I don't find my size. Some days I go there and I find a bunch of adjustable hats, and I don't like adjustable hats. That's why my channel is called the Fitted Hat Fool. If I wore adjustable hats, I guess maybe it would be called the Adjustable Hats Asshole. Which actually isn't that bad of a title, but nah, I'm the Fitted Hat Fool, or as my earlier blunder said, the Fitted Fat Fool. My hats are fitted. I'm quite capable of being a fool, and I am definitely fat. So these are all true facts there. Now, I don't really have too many interesting stories about the Diamondbacks. I've never seen them play. I know they beat the Yankees in a World Series, and then my wife and I, we weren't married then. We were engaged. Now we're married. We went out to a dinner that night, and I remember asking the waitress, I said, do I get a discount if my favorite team just lost the World Series? Nah, no such discount. What are you going to do there? Win some, lose some, win some, dim some. But it's a wonder that the Yankees didn't get swept in that World Series. They played as poorly as they possibly could in that World Series. I mean, they were outscored 37-14. I think one of the games was 15-2 or something. I don't know. They kept rallying and got those timely home runs off. I think the guy's name was Byung Kim. I might be saying that wrong. If I am, my apologies to Mr. Byung Kim, because I don't know whether I'm getting his name right or not. But assuming I am or not, either way, with those timely home runs they got off of him, it's made Derek Jeter become Mr. November. So so there's Mr. October and there's Mr. November, and they're both on the Yankees. Now Derek Jeter made some great plays in the playoffs that year. The flip play versus Oakland, that's some heads-up stuff right there. Didn't quite lead to a championship, but Rivera blew a save. It happens. I mean, Byung Kim blew a couple saves. Rivera blew one save, and his blown save was the costliest of the saves. Now get a load of this for a laugh. My Uncle Bob is a Phillies fan. After the Yankees lose that World Series, after winning 3 in a row and making it to 4 World Series in a row, he's a Phillies fan. He sends me a letter. All it says inside is CHOKE, ha ha ha. This from a Phillies fan, a team that at the time was 118 years old and had won one world championship. They were founded in 1883. It took them so long to win a world championship, 97 years, that I was alive to see it. And then they won their second world championship in 2008, and then a year later the Yankees beat them. So if you're a Phillies fan, I think you have no room to talk about this, you know, CHOKE. You know, I mean, hey, the Yankees have had some phenomenal chokes. 2004, that's a tough one, but you know, everybody does it. The Phillies had the pennant practically sewn up in '64. My grandfather had tickets to the World Series that year, and they managed to lose every game. The Cardinals passed them, and that was that. So you know, I'm sure lots of teams did. The Red Sox were one strike away from the '86 World Series. It happens. Was the 2004 series versus the Red Sox painful? Very much so. In fact, the next day I was working at Borders at the time. The next day I showed up, you know, I'm at work and I'm wearing my Yankees hat. And everybody's like, "You showed up to work?" I said, "Yeah." They're like, "You're here." I'm like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be?" They thought I was not going to show up because the Yankees blew that series versus the Red Sox. I'm like, look, it was horrible and I wasn't happy about it. But am I going to lose a day's pay over it? I think not. You know, I wasn't happy about it, but you know, got to put things in perspective here. You know, on the sad day when my mother-in-law passed away, there I used a bereavement day and took a day off. That's a good reason. Taking a day off because your team loses the playoff series, that's not a good reason. It's not for me. Some people might see it that way. I can't do anything about that, but and if that's what you want to do, you know, probably the California Slackers would do something like that, I imagine. I don't know. I'm just, you know, having a little laugh here. But me, nah, I'd rather make money. Straight cash, homie, as they say. So anyway, I don't really have too much else other than the usual thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, and tell your loved ones to click that subscribe button. And if you bring out the Ouija board and you get a hold of some spirit or something, tell them, hey, click the subscribe button. They got plenty of time. You know, pull up a ghostly, cloudly chair. Bring your friends and everybody and all your pets and all the animals that have ever lived and sit down and watch my channel. You know, it'll be great. You'll love it. Hey, maybe Pontius Pilate and Jesus will even come over and watch with you. Why not? Hey, celebrity viewership. Hey, if somebody does get through to the Ouija board and they get Pontius Pilate and Jesus to watch my channel, could we somehow arrange a celebrity endorsement? I mean, if you can get Pontius Pilate and Jesus to both sit down and watch something together and it be my channel, that is one hell of a celebrity endorsement. I don't mind telling you. Anyway, now that I've said that nonsense, but I'm serious, if you can do that, go ahead. Anyway, click the subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your loved ones. And also, hey Yankees, will you stop losing 3 in a row as of this? 2 to Baltimore, 1 to Toronto. Trying to make the playoffs here, trying to win a World Series here, and losing 2 or 3 to Baltimore, and almost losing 3 or 3 to Baltimore is not quite the way to wrap up a championship as far as I'm concerned. You heard it here.